My name's Scott Russo. I'm the maintenance and facilities manager at the Toyota plant in Huntsville, Alabama. What we're going to do, we're going to introduce a program to you that we've been doing here for about a year. I'm going to walk through some slides just to explain the program, how it works, why it's needed. So what I'm going to talk about is Advanced Manufacturing Technician program. We call it the AMT program that we started here at Calhoun. What is manufacturing? A lot of people, when they get asked that question, I know when I was in high school and I got asked that question, I didn't think much about what was manufacturing. Some people might think it's dirty, dingy, the old kind of pattern that you used to see with Detroit or with the older facilities. But today, manufacturing makes the goods by manual labor and machinery, especially on a large scale. The U.S. is the world's largest manufacturing economy. We do employ nearly 12 million workers in manufacturing, and it's the largest driver of economic growth. So manufacturing is huge for the U.S. Manufacturing in Alabama. So Alabama, annual manufacturing output's about $30 billion. So manufacturing's really big in Alabama in general. 6,505 different facilities do manufacturing in Alabama. And employment's almost 250,000. This map here shows Alabama's industry and all the industry surrounding. So you can see throughout this state and throughout the states that surround Alabama, there is a lot of automotive and manufacturing. There's Nissan, Mercedes, Honda, Hyundai, Kia, Toyota, Volkswagen. There's a huge amount of manufacturing that's around Alabama and in. And just by a number of employees, the industry is #1 for automotive. This is kind of what do you think of when you hear manufacturing? So what does everybody think of? Today, manufacturing isn't the old style manufacturing sweatbox. Today, manufacturing is highly automated and requires high-skilled team members. So we need people in manufacturing that are problem solvers, that are proficient in math and reading, and that are willing to perform high qualities and have high safety standards within our companies. This is vital so we can operate. What we're going to show is a couple videos that show some examples of some automated manufacturing today. So I'm going to show another one, but in that one you can see that there's automation. So we have robotics doing actually picking up heads or engines, and then we have machinery that's automated that's actually doing all the machining or the forming of that component. So it's really a highly skilled, highly technical process. So that one's kind of a fun one, because that one, it's not our industry, but it actually shows quite a few components of our industry. That's a spider robot. The way it functions is like a spider. There's actually vision systems that see where the pancakes are and pick them up, and memory that, and computers that actually determine how many and how high to stack them, and then conveyors. So all these systems, this program is designed to train everybody to be able to utilize and to be able to maintain this type of system. So why does industry and education want to partner? This is all about industry and education partnering. We're industry, and we're here at Calhoun with education. Because currently there's not enough skilled workers in the U.S. hiring pool. There's over 600,000 unfilled skilled positions, and that gap's increasing every year. What is the AMT program? So I'm going to talk to you a little bit about our program that we have here. This program's a work-study program. You do receive a technical degree, and it's been utilized in many states, and educators have said this is one of the best programs in the United States. The degree does prepare you to fill those job openings we explained. So students actually work at a sponsor company. So we have many companies, so we're actually adding companies this year to sponsor students. But they'll work at a sponsor company, so the students would actually work at our facility 3 days a week, and then they would come here and attend school 2 days a week. They start right out of high school. You'll go 5 straight semesters working towards your degree. You must maintain a C average in all classes. All classes you must have a C. And through this program, we utilize attendance, dress code, behavior that mirrors our industry. So as you're actually working in our plant and you're here, the expectations are that your attendance, your appearance, your communication is same as any worker in industry. So the goal is we want to develop that skilled team member. You have to be multi-skilled. You have to be able to work on multiple components. Strong math and reading capability. You have to be a really quick technical learner. We will use all types of media. You have to really be a strong problem solver. Most of what we do is solving problems. And you actually have to be able to communicate. You have to be able to, through written communication and also verbal communication, we're training that so that you'll be effective when you come into our industry. This is a slide that shows the classroom. This is the classroom at our facility in Kentucky. You're sitting in the classroom for Calhoun. So this is a different style classroom for this program. The students actually do 100% of their training here. We're sitting where they actually would do some of the lectures. The idea is you're totally involved in the teaching and the atmosphere all the time. This more looks like our plant floor than it does a normal school. So what's in it for you? One, it's higher education. So it is a degreed program. Two is experience. It's really important for students to have experience. We at Toyota, at least, we do not hire anyone in our skilled trades that doesn't have a minimum of 1 year experience with a degree or 3 years without. So you have to have experience before we'll hire you. Another is a stable job while you're going to school. So while you're going to school, we will pay you for the time, all the companies will pay you for the time you're at their facility working. It starts at $13.55 an hour. We all pay the same amount. It's a great opportunity to graduate debt-free. So we're going to walk through some other slides that explain how much money it is, but it's really a program that if you manage your money properly, you should graduate debt-free. And the skills, all the skills we're teaching are transferable to other industries. So one is, which would you prefer? Going to school and working for minimum wage, taking classes 2 days a week, working 3 days a week, or at $13.55 plus bonuses twice a year. So we pay $13.55 starting plus bonuses twice a year. You also gain that valuable experience. This program's all about experience. So this is the basics of the pay scale. Starts at $13.55 an hour. You work 8 hours a day in the facility. You work 3 days a week. So that's $325. Monthly, it's $1,300 plus up to $500 bonus twice a year. So if you add that up throughout this life of this program, you can earn up to $33,500. So we do the pay the same, we do the raises the same, we do the bonuses the same. We have performance evaluations based on, so you might not get the full bonus based on your performance or your grades. You might not get the full raise based on your performance or your grades. So there are a lot of high expectations throughout this program. Attendance is one. We preach this in industry because it's really important when you're in industry. You have to have everybody there every day or you can't run product. So attendance is very important. The commitment is it's 40 hours a week minimum for 5 semesters. So you're coming out of high school, you're starting that summer, and you're going to go starting that fall. You're going to start classes 5 semesters straight. Of course, we focus on learning. We all want to improve performance. We also have to follow all the workplace rules, which is normal safety rules, following our personal protective equipment, eyeglasses, uniforms. How do you apply? So Calhoun has a website, calhoun.edu, and there's actually an AMT/AMT. There's a whole section just on this program, and the application is there. Some of the flyers came out that showed the application was due in March, but due to some of the weather we had, we've changed the deadline, so the deadline will be April 14th. Students will begin work at their sponsor companies in June. And the idea there is you're going to come to work for us for 40 hours a week until August when classes start. And the one idea is we're going to get a lot of the orientation out of the way. We're going to do those type of things we teach all our new employees. But the second part is it gives you guys a chance to earn some money before you have to actually start paying for school. So you're going to get a couple months of actually earning money before you start school, and then you have to start paying your tuition. So you'd start around June in the companies, and then in August you would actually start here at Calhoun. The selection criteria, there is a baseline criteria. You have to meet all the normal requirements of entering Calhoun first. On top of that, we look at academic success. So we'll look at your GPA, we look at ACT scores, math capability. If you participated in any of the programs, like STEM programs, Project Lead the Way, Best Robotics, or any of the career tech programs, that's also looked at on the application. So when a student applies, who's the actual panel that works on the application and the selection criteria? The way we do it is each company has one representative on our board. The board is Alabama Fame, so we have one representative from each company, and we have Calhoun on that board. And what we'll do is review first we put them in a sheet that actually ranks everybody based on their ranking, which has to do with your GPA, it has to do with your ACT score, it has to do with your extracurricular activities, it has to do with an essay that you're going to be required to write. So all that ranks. After the ranking, then there'll be an interview process, and each company will interview the students. After the interview process, that's scored in that sheet. After that, then we will all get together and then we will select based on that. So it's one representative from each company, and we'll make that selection.
Good morning, my name is Austin Watt, and my safety commitment is always stop, point, and confirm at all intersections. I'm from Fopple High School, and I've been in the program for about a year now.
My name is Blake Zerble. My safety commitment is always look for the safest way to do my job. Graduated from Ardmore High School. We've been in the program for about a year.
Good morning, my name is Edgar Hernandez. My safety commitment is to not rush and take my time doing my job. I graduated from Austin High School, and I've been in the program for about a year.
What do you like best about being in the program, starting with Blake?
It's just a really great program. I mean, you get to learn the things that you do at school, and then when you're at work, you actually get to do the things. And just for me, it's a whole lot easier to catch the concept of something if you get to practice it instead of just reading it out of a textbook.
Edgar, what do you like about being in the program?
I love the hands-on part because I work really well with my hands, and this program gives me the opportunity, instead of just sitting in a class watching PowerPoints, I get to get up and do things with my hands, like all the labs and things.
Awesome.
Kind of like what Blake said, you get to implement it while you're at work, what you just learned the day before, and also the mentors, they'll walk you through what you just did and pretty much discuss and what you just learned and helped you out through.
Tell me what your week is like. You spend some time here on campus, and then you spend time at the actual manufacturing job site. Tell me about that.
Well, I work at the Toyota plant, and so that's about an hour away from my house. So I wake up Monday at 3:30 in the morning, and I'll get ready. I leave by 4, and I get up to the plant about 5 because we need to be early. It's better to be early than late. And then on Tuesdays, we get here at Calhoun at 7 is what time we start. We usually leave here about 3 to 4. And then Wednesdays we'll repeat like our Monday, and then Thursday we'll repeat Tuesday, and Friday we'll repeat Monday.
So you're at the Toyota plant. How many days, and on campus how many days?
We're at the plant 3 days of the week, and then Tuesday and Thursday we're here at the school too.
Can't hang out all night and do this job, can you?
Start going to bed early.
Yeah, I gave up part of my social life just for the fact that I have to wake up early and have my responsibilities to go to work.
Is it a tough job, or is it a demanding schedule and a tough job in the work?
I guess it depends on the day. Some days you have good days, and then some days the line's down where you constantly have to be running back and forth, working on machines and just helping the line out.
All three of you work at Toyota?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
What exactly do you do? Tell me specifically what you do. Let's start with you.
I work in facilities. A lot of the days we're up on the roof dealing with the HVACs or dealing with the compressors, anything like that, really. With the water tests, have to make sure everything's in good condition.
Awesome.
I'm on the machining line, and there's a lot of machining, like what bores out all the engine parts and pushes it through to the assembly line. And then if a robot goes down or any type of machine, like the boring or anything like that, honing machine, anything, we come in and we'll fix it. Like the other day, I got to replace some datums that actually hold the conrod in place, and so every conrod is the same.
Okay.
I work on the new part of the building. So they're bringing in a new machining line. And most of my day I spend either helping out with little punch list items, which are things that line writes down and we have to go in there and fix, or I'm helping with trials and making sure everything runs like it's supposed to.
Okay. What are your long-term plans? After you complete the program here at Calhoun, the program between Calhoun and Toyota, what are your plans after the program?
Me, I plan to stay in this field, in the industrial maintenance field, and hopefully just put in enough years where I can continue my further understanding in the industry. So,
Would you like to continue working at Toyota, or are you thinking about something else?
for as the time being right now, I plan on staying to Toyota.
I plan on staying at Toyota, but it's really about the industry, which calls to me, I guess. But I'd like to stay more around here. And like he said, I agree with him. I'm going to stay in the maintenance field.
You're thinking about moving on to a 4-year college, right? Haven't
Yes.
decided yet, but you're thinking about that, correct?
Yes, sir. I'm not for certain about that yet, but I'm thinking about it. I mean, to me, an engineer needs to see both the maintenance side and engineering side, and so he can understand of how the maintenance works compared to the engineering itself. I'm thinking about going to UAH after this. It just matters what calls to me, and I'd like to stay at Toyota for the time being.
New students coming into the program, what should they expect? Like,
A lot's going to change. I mean, there's going to be some days that you're going to be so tired you're not going to want to do anything. And then there's going to be other days where you just are tired of it, I'm going to be honest. But it's a really great program. There's everybody every day just tells me how great of a program it is and what a great opportunity to have. And I'm really enjoying it. It's a pretty good program, I think.
what advice, Austin, for students coming into the program?
You're gonna drop a lot of stuff. You can't hang out with your friends all the time. You're gonna make new friends. By the time you get out of high school, you're not gonna hang out with the same people that you hung out with in high school. I see, probably on a handful of how many people I graduated with. You make new friends, and everyone that you're in the program with, you make friendships with them as well, and you can hang out with them outside of work and school as well.
You said social life changes, right?
Yes, sir.
Tell me more.
Well, thing is, you have a responsibility now. You have to show up to work, not be late once. It's just, you give up a lot for your future, is the way I look at it. And in the long run, I say it'll be worth it.
A student who is interested in this program, first of all, should go to the website and fill out an application. They must complete an essay, and they must have a high ACT score, high enough to score at a college-ready entrance. And so that means a score of at least a 20 in mathematics and English. A student, what he should expect inside the classroom is plenty of hands-on. We try to get as much work as we can inside the classroom completed, because the days they're not in class, they are expected to work at these facilities. So we try to focus on hands-on training, and the students can expect a lot of rigorous and activity and staying busy the whole time. We stay busy the entire time they're in college, and they're expected to be here from 7 o'clock in the morning till sometimes 5, 6 in the evening.